ladies and gentlemen, there are some things that has been brought to my attention right now regarding a certain situation that has been addressed on a previous episode of mine. And I got some guests coming that's definitely about to nip this in the bud, and we want to put this thing to bed right now. I feel like this individual has been publicly targeting us for no apparent reason at all, and she thinks that she's entitled to whatever she's entitled to when she has no proof behind what she's doing. At the same time, she's targeting good friends of mine, CJ Mundo, Ryan Storm, Nick Kaikin to be exact, my good friend VIP, for example. I mean, we don't say anything that's going to not be truthful, but at the same time, we found out some breaking information that's going to open the landscape here. And I mean, this is just uncalled for and not professional to our landscape, as we could say. At the same time, when are you going to learn? Everything that we do, we try to do for the better of the EFED community. But if you're not willing to be truthful with us, if you're not willing to be in the position of saying the truth can be said about you. And we have all the proof we have to really put everything in perspective. Mind you. Don't get it confused. Don't get it misconstrued. Don't get it twisted. There's levels to this that needs to be resolved. And I feel like she don't understand what she's doing. You feel me? It's kind of like you don't have no other subjective thing to bring to the table. And that in itself is probably the reason why we are addressing this in episode 2 right now. And while I'm waiting on my esteemed guest to come on in, you have things that's going on in this EFED community that needs to be nipped in the bud and resolved. I don't care how you look at it, how you view it, how you see things nowadays. If there's no respect factor for those that you have on your roster, then where is the respect factor? Like dead ass. But as I bring the first guest in, there's a category 5 coming to the table. And his name is Ryan Storm.
Oh, you damn right. You just flipped your Heavy Storm Magic card, didn't you?
And at the same time, I thought we nipped all this shit in the bud there, Ryan. But unfortunately for me,
somebody,
some of our
it was either the golden one
that we worked with, it just doesn't seem to end.
Well, it seems like
just got put on a 7-day ban now from not being able to talk on Facebook, all because of this certain character we are dealing with. And let's bring this to the forefront right now before we really get in her grill.
It could be one of two people, DJ.
Old woman who pretended to be a 22-year-old woman in general, and that's where it really lies, as we got a violent chick coming into the building as well.
Well, it could be 1 to 2 people that reported me. I mean, to be honest, it could have been the golden one. Or it could have been her.
Or it could have been the Holly Jane Quinn bitch.
Yeah, which she needs to keep my name out of my mouth, you know.
All I'm going to say is this. Jade
my
Way.
name out of her mouth.
All I'm going to say is this. Jade Way and Holly Jane Quinn. This is the last time we are addressing you in whole about the situation. And I hope that y'all can keep our names out of your fucking mouth.
There's one more we need to address too. He's been more addressing me and thinking I'm the same as he is, and I'm clearly not. And Golden One, if your ass is fucking listening to this podcast and you show up on it, we are not the same. Get it through your fucking head, boy, because I'm done telling it to you.
It's almost like I know CJ has a lot of pent up aggression on this situation and this topic that has been brought to my attention tonight. And I'm going to let the Violet Take do his thing.
Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties with the laptop here, so bear with me.
Gotcha.
I need to get my frustrations out.
No problem.
Okay.
But at the same time, Jade, you're bringing names like Nick Kike into the table, VIP, everybody who was associated with that podcast that TJ did on the Moment of Truth, that episode. Are we really that butthurt over things that we brought to the table about you? And you know damn well that's a goddamn lie that CJ ever sent you pictures. Because we can go through, because he can show the messages showing that he didn't do that.
And I know he didn't do it.
Well, if we can,
up and down.
Hold on. Let's go to the messages because I'll prove it right now. Would I have to go to church?
Not only that, CJ, Holly also said something about, oh, you bullied other girls.
I'm like, we never bullied any girls, but at the same time, we tried to resolve an issue that's been going on. But from what I found out from our good friend Daniel Smith, in the messages, that unfortunately this is all stemming because she got removed out of WWU and my WCW chat because of CJ Mundo, and CJ Mundo has nothing to do with WWU at all.
We don't deal with underage here unless they can handle themselves.
There's a code of conduct that we live by in our EFED chats. We don't accept nobody under 18 years old. And you have potentially been lying to the whole community as a whole, saying that you were 22 years old when you really wasn't. And the other thing I got to say to myself is, why the fuck are you on Facebook being underage? That is a red flag in itself. Am I wrong, CJ and Ryan?
No,
I don't deal with anybody underage unless I know who they really are. I'm
trying to find the podcast that you're doing this on.
Now, if it's family,
the KSN Network podcast.
Now, if it's family or friends, then I'll deal with an underage kid. But if it's somebody I don't know, I ain't
gonna. But if it's somebody outside of the source that we don't know or we never seen an EFED at all, hey, then you deserve to have all this criticism your way. Because we don't do underage kids in our EFED chats. Nor do we associate with underage kids in EFED.
Yeah,
you're cancer regardless.
Pretty much I've not been in chats with Jade to actually do that. So now it's trial for lying on me, and I'm trying to show DJ the proof. So
yep, so I'm gonna nip that in the bud in general, because even though I can't show the screenshots here live, but I am gonna prove it on multiple source accounts to prove to you that you're lying.
And every time she has a problem, Jade always comes to me asking me for the answers she wants of the questions. And I'm getting sick of that shit. That's going to come to a
Like,
screeching halt.
this is the one episode that we're gonna nip all this shit in the fucking bud and prove that Miss Jade Way is a lying fraud that doesn't have all the proof at her disposal.
Because I
If you
just
say
got
we're
out
bullies,
of a
prove that we are
situation.
bullies. If you say that we're pedos, prove that we are pedos. Because at the same time, you don't have a source close to you that's going to document that we are that.
Now, I just got out of a 3-day suspension off of Facebook Messenger, and now it's either you or somebody else put me in a 7-day one? Really? Just because you're not getting your way? Just because you're getting pissed?
Just because you can't join e-feds, are we really serious with this situation? I mean, come on. Get it to your thick greasy head. We are not bad guys here. We are the ones saving the e-fed community from people like you.
The e-fed community is no place for a little kid.
Like,
haven't you ever heard?
We, like, at the same time, the three of us, age-wise, are grown enough to be your fucking daddy.
Haven't you ever heard children should be seen, not heard?
No. At the same time, what she's getting herself into is grown folks' conversation. And what's that saying that our parents used to say? See your way out of grown folks' business? Or you got smacked upside your fucking face? And that's what's happening. She's in grown folks' business.
E-fed titles and opportunities and matches.
Like, you are costing
the adults.
And then let's not even get me started if we got Dixie Browski into the table, because she threw her name under the bus as well, CJ.
Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up, but my laptop's been an absolute dick.
And Jade, you got to understand here. I've been working with Billy Ray Dog.
And that's another name she threw under the bus too. It's called a pedal. Was Billy Ray Dog. At the same time,
worked a little bit with Ricky.
At the same time, she's constantly adding people to this chat that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, Jade, you're going after the people I've been working with for a long time. I've worked some with Ricky Armstrong. He don't want anything to do with you. Neither does Billy.
Like,
I've been working with Dan Rapture. I've been working with DJ Khaotic.
Like, you are targeting people that you don't have no business targeting because you don't have no real proof behind everything, while we got all the proof documenting you and all your actions.
And within the past years, I've been working with Dixie.
And here's the other thing about it, though. We finally found out that you are the one behind the fake Cody Justice account of our good friend CJ Mundo here. And we busted you, and you got all up in arms because you don't do fake accounts. But at the same time, that shows how childish you really are.
Okay,
and
DJ,
it shows because the way that your messages have been coming off, you don't even understand half the words you're typing.
Well, DJ, you don't know this, but you might or you might not put it together. Jade, you've been wondering this for a long while? Sure, I've worked with Devin Browski for a long while, but you know, out of all the people you're targeting, there's one person I've worked with the longest here. And you know who it is? I think you do. You call him Cody Justice. Well, me in this e-fed world, I didn't call him by his real name.
Right here, DJ.
I've always called him CJ Bondo.
That's the group chats that I'm in. Have you seen any images posted?
And you know what, Jade? I've been working with CJ for so long. and you wondering why I don't go against CJ?
No, then this is my thing about it. Out of all those messages, not one recent message came up with a certain Jade way at all. That's how I know you're fucking lying through the skin of your teeth.
And you want me to go against CJ? Really? I'm not doing that. I'm not turning my back on him.
In other words, I'm going to ask you this, Jade. Why the fuck you lying?
Why the fuck do you want me to turn my back on somebody that's helped me in the EFED world as I've helped him?
And the funny thing that boils this down to is this. Jade, if you were civil and respectful and knew your fucking place, maybe it'll get through your thick, greasy fucking head that we was only here to try to get some civil answers out of you, and you got all offensive and butthurt about the situation, yet where did that get you? Nowhere far. But in more deep turmoil for yourself because you are assuming shit that you have no proof of.
I mean, she wants me to turn on every person that I've worked with since
But at the same
WWE
time,
2K19.
you sat here and you came out of your mouth and said, if I can't be in these situations in EFED, I'm making sure everybody that's involved with the situation is not around in EFED as well. How you gonna shut down something you don't have no evidence of?
And how are you gonna take me out of my EFED world?
How is she gonna shut shit down when she don't have no power? In the words of Sting, you're acting like a Madison Rains, but I'm gonna tell you, you have no power. You got no power.
You got zero, zilch, donut.
You have zero, zilch, zero,
donut, nada,
not a fucking thing.
There's more to the case, DJ. She's probably gonna pull a Madison Rains here and said, King Henry, give me the power.
No, CJ's got the power.
We all know damn well that this is the case here. You are afraid to admit your own wrongdoing and actions. That's what's wrong here. You are afraid to admit your own fucking actions.
Well,
in other words,
and it's showing every fucking step of the way.
I'll say this. She's attacking one of the biggest cornerstones I know in the EFED world, and that would be the violence of CJ Mundo here.
Names that really could put your ass in your place. But you want to sit here and talk with our good friends behind our backs, but you don't want to bring that same energy to us. Keep that same energy, Jade, and come bring that same attention and admiration to us. Because at the same time, we got so much evidence on you and Holly Jane Quinn, it's fucking ridiculous.
Holly,
we got enough evidence to get you blackballed out of there. And at the same time, I'm going to put this out there in perspective. We already know who you're really working with that really want to stir the pot a little bit here. Should I say the name, CJ and Ryan?
Go ahead.
She's getting all this information and trying to stir up the pot because she's in the same EFED chat as one OG Kiwizi.
Oh, but she's working with others.
Like, you are in a toxic narrative chat with a man that CJ Mundo already put in his place, but he has a lot of hatred for CJ for some odd reason. And you feeding all that stuff he's giving you for your own personal gain.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You don't want to believe something out the mouths of three individuals that tried to tell you things in perspective, nor did you want to believe the two individuals that you joined in ONW to basically believe everything that's real. But you're young, immature.
And she wanted me to
That's
turn
why
on
you're
the
not
people that I've
taking all
worked
this
with.
information in seriously.
She wanted me to turn on O&W. She wanted me to turn on CJ.
At the
I'm
same
sorry.
time, I'm waiting to get more information to bring to the forefront because we're about to expose you for who you really are. An underage minor that don't know her fucking place. Stay in the kid's lane.
And I mean, I'm going to put this out here on the podcast. It seems like that this Jade, Wade, and Holly, they got mad because I put a podcast exposing them and they didn't like it. So what they had to do, they had to lie and try to falsely accuse people without proof. And that's reason why that you got kicked out of most of the e-feds that you was in, because you are a liar.
Toxic.
And what's that line that Roman Reigns said on that? If they're saying stuff, they're lying.
In other words, let's just put it that way. Let's just put it in the words of Liv Morgan. And quote, when she said, "You are a liar, you are a liar." And I'm going to quote something Danhausen would say. Instead of "you are cursed," well, sorry, Jade and Holly, if you're listening, but you are toxic.
Oh, so we put it in Kit Wilson, if you will. Toxic.
Facts. All facts. Ain't no sugarcoating over here. You want the real. This is why I brought this new segment to the table for these occasions.
You know, DJ and CJ, I got
need
one
a heavy
thing.
reality check, if anything.
I've got one thing to say about this, about Holly and Jade. Okay. You know what happens? You two report me? You know what happens? You know what happens when you two report me like that? One for 3 days and then the next for 7? You know what happens? You two just made the list.
In other words, let's just put it this way. You know what happens when you act that way? You know what happens with your stupid lies, with your stupid fake suits, with your stupid gimmicks, with your stupid cornrow Alfredo looking heads? You know what happens? You just made the toxic list.
Like, you're trash. You are Batura. you don't deserve to have no credibility at all.
Hold on, DJ. I'm about to make you
cursed.
No, I'm about to make you and Ryan laugh so hard. You guys, we're going to literally have to call the paramedics for both y'all. But in the words of Chris Jericho, instead of "ooh, there's a little bit of the bubbly," I'm doing it in my own terminology here. Ooh, a little bit of the toxicity.
Oh boy! At the same time,
bitches.
At the same time,
hold on, time out. Ron messed it all up. He fucked it up. So let me take you to school on. If you're going to do this right, you need to do it right. Damn it, or I'm going to smack you so hard, Ron. In other words, Ron,
let's get it right. Let's get it right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it right.
Hold on.
There's two of them, not just one, CJ.
Hold on. I'm about to smack Grindstorm so hard he's going to get it right, and after he drops his foo-foo out of his mouth. But at the same time, if you're going to do it right, Ron, you got to do it right. So let me demonstrate it. Bitch, 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 bitch. That's how you do it.
CJ, you're missing the concept here. There's not just one, there's two.
Well, okay, bitches at the end.
At the same time, it's almost like they don't realize what they've gotten themselves into. They don't realize who the fuck they are dealing with. At the same time, you want to call us bullies, pedos, Well, you know none of that's actually fucking real and truthful. Because y'all don't have no proof of it. Y'all stirring the pot for your own personal game. And what is that going to get you on the long run? Blackballed out of most E-Feds we know. And we know a lot of E-Fed owners that probably may have y'all on their roster. At the same time, we can go talk to these E-Fed owners and get y'all eliminated from those rosters. Keep fucking around and finding out what we can really do.
You know,
Let us find out that we know that the E-Feds that y'all in, we can easily remove y'all out of them.
well, you know, we're easily
Give y'all
bigger
something to
names
really
too.
cry about.
Well, we're bigger names too, DJ.
We've been around the block.
Oh, yeah, I've been around the block since 2018 in the game of 19.
I've been around the block since 2023. When have y'all been around the block, Jade and Holly? What, y'all just recently started in 26? Or
Rookies,
25?
beginners.
Like y'all rook in the game. Y'all are fucking rookies in the game. Minors.
Damn,
Don't
hold
know
on.
a fucking thing about the business.
Hold on. You said rookies, right? Hold on. Let me scratch my head for a minute. I thought I heard some bunch of dumbasses in the room speaking my name more times than they can get the dick out of their mouth. Oh wait, that's right. That's the only thing you know how to do. Suck and swallow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, CJ, tell me I did not just hear you go there.
Oh, he went there.
Oh, by the way, some of you guys, I don't have to pull a Roman Reigns to get a name. I can do it on my own gimmick and still have a better name at the end of the day. In the words of John Cena, this is almost like a KD bomb to my Mondo bomb, but I'm going to put it as a Mondo bomb just to be on the safe side. But here's the thing I'm going to say. I can do my job part-time rather than you can do your job full-time in the EFED world, which makes me think that you bozos and bitches and pedophiles and dumbasses can't do your jobs.
But here's the thing. And speaking of certain situations, now that I got you at the forefront here, CJ, maybe we can elaborate and be more in sync with things about a certain situation that I addressed on this first episode of the Reality Check podcast. Maybe you want to feed your insight about a certain situation that happened, and maybe you may want to throw your insight in on what I fed off of with that episode regarding a certain individual that we heard on their end.
Well, I'm just
what
going
would
to
that
say
be?
this. I'm just going to say this. If you're going, it's going back to the words that he said. If you're going to tell somebody to fuck off, like, you just gave it the biggest red flag of what you're doing. In other words, you're basically just going around adding toxicity, adding people that are no good for Kyle. I mean, I'm just going to put it on the table. You're just bringing people back that, to me, you are jealous because you'll never get to be in JTV. You're jealous because you never will get the spotlight. And you pretty much just told it on yourself that you wasn't in it to be friends. You wasn't in it to be loyal. You was in it for yourself, and you was greedy, and you didn't care about nothing about the
Nobody in
brotherhood.
the partnership.
Pretty much.
I wonder who that is.
Like, and we all know we don't mean no harm or no respect, no disrespect, but at the same time, these are the words that came out of your mouth. I mean, enlighten me on the fact of bringing toxic individuals in the chat, then leaving the partnership unannounced, going off on Kevin Impact, and expecting to say this, that, and the third. When you know every EFED chat that's associated with the partnership we validate and value Kevin Impact's leadership and wisdom. Am I wrong, CJ?
Yep.
He's got a
Because if
lot
we
of
never
it.
valued his impact and wisdom, we wouldn't be in the position that we would be in. None of us would be in the E-Feds chats that we would be in or associated with guys that are respectful in the E-Fed chats without the leadership of Kevin Impact. And that's all respect and admiration due to that, man. And speaking of Kevin Impact, there's a special episode coming up this Saturday. I would like everybody to lock in on because shit's about to get real on the Reality Check podcast where we have none other than Kevin Impact coming to the stage. And boy,
Showcasing what he's all
strap
about.
in your seatbelts, get your snacks and drinks ready because that shit is about to hit the fan.
Fucking damn, you might as well say, boys, this is gonna be. In other words, as one of my favorites in the wrestling business would say, aka Mr. Tommy Wildfire Rich, one of the wrestlers I very respect from the bottom of my heart, but I'm going to use his quote for a minute. No disrespect, but all the respect goes to Tommy for this quote is that podcast, it's about time you get fired up.
Because there's going to be a lot of things discussed on that podcast this upcoming Saturday. And boy, there is nothing that's going to be left untold or unchecked with that podcast. And I'm hoping everybody tunes in for it because this about to be one of the most deadliest rides of EFET and you're going to hear. So I hope everybody got their notebooks taking notes.
For as many times as they mentioned my name, I thought I heard a rookie. I thought I smelt and seen a rookie there because they got no room to talk about a star that they don't know nothing about.
See, and here's the thing about Holly and Jade that they don't understand. You are little puppies in this game around big dogs who bark and have all the respect in the world in this EFED industry. At the same time, name some of your accolades that you've had in this EFED industry that made you get this energy.
Well,
Because I don't think you don't have nothing to show for it behind your resume, or else you would have been more respectful when talking to grown-ass individuals who ran this EFED industry like an iron fist.
If I say this, DJ, I know for a fact 3 individuals would probably beat the snot out of their characters or their cause, so to say. Because I can think of 3 of them that could beat them. And I bet you Rhea Blood Rose would be one of them that would actually beat the snot out of them.
Oh, Rhea would definitely be one of them. But also, I mean, the whole entire group of the Vixens would dominate both Jade and Holly in 2.2 seconds.
I could tell you another individual that would probably be able to beat her. It'd take probably maybe a minute or 2 or even seconds. Brooke Mondo. If they got in the ring with her,
they wouldn't want no parts of Brooke Mondo. They wouldn't want no parts of her.
Susan, Violet, Rebecca.
She's one individual that I think
they wouldn't want any of that.
Like, she's one individual I think would knock the piss and send them to a whole different dimension.
And to tell you the truth, DJ, if the brutalest one of my bunch got a hold of my 4 got a hold of her, which would be Violet, Victoria, Lovecraft Storm, she would not want her to get a hold of her.
See, it wouldn't even be Rhea Blood Rose that she would be introduced to. She would be going against the other persona of Rhea Blood Rose, and that's her alter ego, Christy Rage.
So you mean to tell me it would be like my Violet Victoria Lovecraft Storm, but tougher and a whole lot worse?
Let's just say Christy has that Puerto Rican attitude. But at the same time, I say this because I know we're about almost done flaming these two individuals. But I say it like this: just keep our names out your fucking mouth, and you'll be in good sailing. Especially keeping Dixie Browski's name out your fucking mouth. There's a woman you don't want no problems with. You know what I mean, CJ? Because after bringing all this information to her, she already wants to see you in person. And I'm saying that with all due respect. At the same time, y'all made this way more personal than it needed to be, if I'm not mistaken, Ryan and CJ.
Oh, I want to be done. I've had enough
We
of this
just want to
bullshit.
be done with the situation and y'all own up to the responsibility of what's been done. Because all this rumors and false accusations, they're uncalled for.
Yep.
They are
Because it's
seriously uncalled for. And at the same time, y'all are making this way more personal on yourselves than it is for us.
And me getting reported, that's uncalled
Us
for.
getting reported doesn't mean, oh, yeah, they did this, and this, but can y'all back it up? Which y'all can't back it up. That's the thing. Every time somebody comes admitting to y'all did something, y'all are so offensive and butthurt that y'all don't even want to come forward like civil individuals and be responsible for what the fuck y'all did. At the same time, wonder why everybody has blocked you in our circle. Myself, CJ, Ryan, everybody in
Because
our
I'm
camp
done.
in EFED has blocked y'all and put y'all on the blacklist for a reason. Y'all have no reason messaging us that join when we're just going to tell your ass no.
And I've had enough, and I'm saying no.
Like
I'm D-O-N-E,
the shit
done.
stops here. The
I'm
shit
putting the
stops
fork in you,
now.
I'm done.
We wipe our hands. We're through with y'all. Y'all have y'all fun. Go and join these fans that's going to give y'all the respect and admiration y'all deserve. Or other words, in the words of most real wrestlers, go see if the grass is green on the other side. See if y'all get utilized. And watch y'all be main event clowns. Like y'all be mid-card clowns, not earning championships. Because that's what the fuck y'all are, mid-card clowns.
Nah, I may be a mid-carder half of the time, but I know what I'm doing.
I mean, it's
you got to know your place.
And every
pretty
once
much
in a while, I'll chase down a world title, but not all the time. Because I like the mid-card division best. And there's nothing wrong with that,
And it's
CJ.
funny that I'm going to mention this. If you're going to join an EFED to start shit, then you deserve to be where the fuck you are, off the roster,
But
in the story.
you were
Because
going to
y'all
say,
started all
CJ?
this shit in You started this shit, Jade, in WCW, when you was talking to our good friend Nick Kaiken. You had your fucking bonehead bully of a friend Holly starting shit with me in Ray Everett's chat. Then you brought all that animosity and drama in the EFED chat where I had to chin check you and Ricky Armstrong had to chin check you. Do you see a pattern on what the fuck you did to get yourself excommunicated out of chats on our end?
No, I'm done.
Or you haven't learned that lesson?
Maybe me being done with you will make you learn.
Maybe us walking away may show you better than we can tell you that we're done.
Because
No more
action
talking about
speaks
it.
a lot
No more
louder than
excuses.
words,
No
don't
more
they, DJ?
bringing shit to the table that's not proof of us.
Well,
Because we have
DJ,
so much proof on you that we can really expose you to a lot of e-feds that you're in.
action speaks a lot more than words do, now don't they, DJ?
And you just said the magic line right out of nowhere. Actions speak louder than words. And how are your actions speaking louder, Miss Jade Wave? Because last time I checked, your actions are not backing up your words. Your false accusations and lies are proven more and more by the second. Make it make sense. Because if you can't prove that we are behind everything that's been done to you, then you need to leave us the fuck alone. Dead ass. Now, do us all a favor, Miss Jade Way and Holly Jane Quinn. Leave us the fuck alone.
Where would that be?
Or are y'all too illiterate enough to understand? Read the words that are coming out of my fucking mouth. Leave us the fuck alone.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of his mouth?
Now, I'm only gonna say this in context to this shit. Stop with the false accusations and bring some real proof to the fucking table. Instead of old shit that y'all are trying to conjure up to put everything on us. That's enough's enough. Come forward with some real shit, or we'll confront y'all with the real shit, and y'all don't have to say a motherfucking word to us to say that it's wrong. And this ends this episode.